Hello everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 28 of my Let's Play series. This episode I am going to pick up where I left off last episode, and I am going to start getting some bees automated so that I can make use of that centrifuge I've got there. The first step to that is going to be to come out here, and I've got two hives here that I currently have running cultivated bees. Well, these bees here produce honeycomb, which produces both beeswax and honey, both of which are useful tools. So, we want to keep this string going. We're going to take these apiaries, and we're going to take a flower as a startup. And then over here, we have some unweary, which produces stringy combs. Now, these stringy combs are a source of propolis, which is also useful. So we're going to take these guys too. Now the nobles, they produce dripping combs, which it doesn't really give us a whole lot that's extremely useful, so we're not going to worry about automating them right now. We can tell that this strain right here is not a purebred because we've got parched in there. This one we can tell isn't a purebred because we've got an unweary in there. Over here we've got our majestic, but that produces dripping also, which we're not really that interested in. However, we do have these two over here, which produce sinisters. Now, these are a purebred, but they're a little trickier to automate right now, because they require a desert. So I may get around to automating those at some point, but for right now we're going to automate the first three. Step one is going to be to come in here, and we're going to need a second centrifuge. Copper, sturdy casing, glass. Easy enough. Let's get our sturdy casing. We need 3 bars of copper. We've accumulated a good amount of copper again. And we need 2 pieces of glass. We actually need 6 copper, not 3. There we go. Copper down the sides, sturdy casing, and there we go. Centrifuge. We'll take the centrifuge out here, and we're going to plant that right next to the other one. Right over here, in the hole that I left on the floor. Now, we need to get some golden piping in order to make that work. So let's come in here and grab that real quick. We're also going to need to grab some pipe for the other stuff we're doing, but that's going to require some logistics pipes, which I don't really have any of at the moment. So let's grab our 1 piece of golden conductive. We'll bring that out here. We will pop that down right there, and then we'll put this on top. Now we've got 2 centrifuges, both connected to the steam engines down there. They are behaving. They've finally stopped producing excess power. They're holding steady, so I'm happy. There's another thing that we're going to want to do. We're going to want to mar the beauty of our system here by punching a hole in it. Why are we punching a hole in it? Well, I'm also going to punch a hole here to have a side access door. We're punching a hole in it because this is where we're going to set up our apiaries. We're just going to break out some ground here. And we're going to tear up a little bit of this turf, which I think I'm going to do using... we want horizontal mode on the mining laser. Makes it useful for cleaning up. Now, it bored quite a large hole over there. We're not going to worry too much about that right now. We're just going to patch this up as best we can for the moment. Weebles, why is it always when I start recording that you decide to make all sorts of noise? Why aren't you in with the kittens anyway? Oops. Alright, and here we're just going to patch the damage done. Make this look as natural as possible. I'm always driven absolutely nuts by artificial looking hillsides that look like someone's been, building there without paying attention to the natural landscape, so I always try to make it look as natural as I can. Come over here, we'll collect all of the stuff that we've knocked off. And now, we're going to need some logistics pipes. That's going to drive me nuts. For the moment, you can see I've taken a little bit of dirt out of my dirt chest. I was actually running some through my recycler. Weebles! Wow. Alright. Let's get ourselves a handful of logistics pipes. We'll say 16 more. We are going to need a couple of item sinks. We're also going to need a couple of extractors. There we go. So these we are going to want to turn into 2 of them at least. We want these to be Mark II logistics chassis. We're also going to need, no, we don't want to put the logistics chassis on there. We want to come up here and we want to request a total of 4 modules. 2 of those are going to be item sinks. Not polymorphic item sinks, just regular item sinks. Cactus green, redstone iron chipset, redstone. Do I have any cactus green? Should be in my plants chest if I do. I've got 1 piece, but I've got enough cactus that I can make the rest. I really should start growing cactus. Have to do that at some point in the very near future here. There we go, cactus green. Oh, need redstone. And the iron chipsets. And Weebles needs to stop making all that noise. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. Hey, derp, stop. I don't know why you don't like your food tonight. It's the same stuff you eat every night. This is ridiculous. Alright. Modules. Redstone. Cactus green. Redstone iron chipsets. Item sink modules. We also need extractor modules, which, as we remember, are lapis. So we need 4 pieces of lapis. Also need more redstone. And the chipsets go up there. 2 extractor modules. Alright. Now, that is going to be the basis for setting up the inside part of our logistics network, which we're going to do right here. We need polymorphic item sink on top of both of these. We need our buildcraft wrench, which we completely forgot. And here, we're going to put an item sink and an extractor. The item sink, we are going to tell it is going to accept honeycombs. And the extractor, we're going to tell it to pull from the side. We're going to do the same thing here. Extractor, pulling from the side. Item sync, syncing stringy combs. Alright. We're going to come out here, and we are going to put down our apiaries. However, we are not going to put the apiaries down directly on the ground. There's a trick here that you have to follow when you're doing logistics with bees. Now, there are items called bee sinks and bee analyzers, but for the life of me, I can't figure out how the stupid things work right now, so I'm going to do this the old-fashioned dirty way, using just regular old logistics pipes. So, in here, we're going to put the impregnated frames. We are going to need to get a few more pipes for this. We're going to need a total of, let's see, we need, oh hello, I forgot to light this up, didn't I? For anyone who's ever wondered if the mining laser can be used as a weapon, yes, it most certainly can. Fairly effective one at that. Alright, we got up here. Over here we've got a couple spaces that are probably still not well lit. There we go, that should do it. A flower, we'll just put down back here. Alright. So, we're going to need a total of, let's say, 2 logistics pipes on each one of these. One of them is going to have to be a Mark II chassis. The other one is going to be a Mark I chassis. So, we'll come over here, and since we're dealing with redstone a lot, let's just go ahead and grab a handful of it. And we're also going to have to go out and grab some cactus real quick, because we are going to need more item sinks for this. Just another situation where I should have been better prepared in advance. Now I'm derping around in the night, running through everywhere. Shouldn't take me very long, so I'm not going to fast forward through this bit, but I think when I live stream later tonight, hint hint, I might work on getting a few more resources going, as far as like cactus and stuff like that. Oh, hello. Ow. You rat bastard. Stop shooting me. Stop shooting me or I will shoot you back. Okay, that's it. See what happens when you piss me off? I shoot you in the face. Oh, no, that's not good. Come get me. That's what I thought. Come on. You wanted some? Come get some. No? We done playing? Don't want to fight now that I got the water on my side? That's what I thought. Thank goodness for nano armor. Without nano armor, that creeper would have been the end of me. Probably would have survived the Enderman. Random unlit square. Go away, I gave it the office. Okay, back home, safe and sound. See, I'm only going to need 6, I think, but we're going to cook up 10. Grab a bite to eat to heal from that. You can see I have started collecting some wheat. I'll probably automate production of that into bread. Alright. So, we are going to take some redstone, put it around our basic logistics pipes. That's going to get us logistic chassis Mark 1s. And iron gets us logistic chassis Mark 2s. We're going to need a total of 6 more modules. We're going to need 6 more of those iron chipsets. We're going to need a ton of redstone, which I have on me. We're going to need some more lapis. May as well just grab all of it. And we're going to need the cactus green that we just cooked up, which went to my miscellaneous chest, because I don't have any more in here. Alright. Blank modules. Redstone. And chipsets. Item sinks. And extractors. We actually need a few more item sinks, don't we? Yep, we're going to need 3 more item sinks. So 3 more blank modules. And I actually do need 2 more cactus green. Wait for it to make its way through my logistics system. There it is. Alright, cactus green. Damn it. Always forgetting something. I need to make some more redstone iron chipsets. Alright, and cactus green there. Redstone there. It's going to give us 3 more item sinks. There's 1 more module we're going to need. We're going to need a terminus module, which is an ink sac, purple dye, redstone, and a redstone iron chipset. Or an iron gear. I might have some more chipsets back here. I don't, but I can tell my system to make them. I won't need the terminus module for a bit, so... Alright, let's go start setting up our bees. Actually, let's go to sleep first, so we're not trying to do this with the threat of creepers sneaking up on us. Alright. Back out here. It's time to start setting up our logistics system. On the bottom of each one of these apiaries... Oh, I need more logistics pipes. I only have enough to set up for 2 apiaries. Oops. There we go. There's another Mark 3, or Mark 1. There's another Mark 2. Back out we go. we're going to put the Mark 1s on the bottom of these apiaries. We're going to put the Mark 2 on the tops of the apiaries, jump and shift to be able to place items on top like that. We're going to have some, I'm going to use cobblestone pipe because that's what the rest of my network is using. So I'm going to need a good handful of that. And 4 glass. I don't know if you guys can hear her scratching over there, but I swear, if she didn't have her kittens nesting in this room, I would not have her in here when I'm recording anymore. I love her to death, but my god is she annoying. Okay, these are going to be intersections, so these have to be logistics pipes. Alright, just like that. Now, get our wrench. In the top of this one, we are going to put an extractor module, which we're going to tell to extract from the side, and an item sync module, which we are going to tell to accept only cultivated princesses. Down here, we are going to put only an item sync module, which we are going to tell to accept only cultivated drones. We're going to repeat the process here. Extractor, extracting from side, item sync, syncing princess, item sync, syncing drone. Over here, same thing. Item sync. Nope, not that drone. This one is going to be the unweary drone. And up here, we're going to put the extractor, pulling from side, item sync, syncing unweary princess. We're going to connect these networks together, just like that. We're going to run them over here. Right here is going to be another intersection, so we're going to put a logistics pipe there, and then we're going to have a cobblestone pipe running up here, where it's going to go up over the roof and it's going to connect to the rest of our network. Now there is one more thing that we're going to need to do. We're going to need a chest. Doesn't really matter what type. I'll probably just make another chest. Actually, you know, I've got that chest out there, but whatever. I'll just make a new one. Wood, 2 pieces, metal. I already have a bunch of that. 8 of you, 2 of you, 6 of you. Make ourselves a diamond chest real quick. There we go. While we're at it, we need one more of these Mark 1 logistics chassis. No. We need one more module. And we need to come out here. And by now, our system should have had some luck producing some redstone chipsets for us. We actually have 5 of them. That's good. By now, our module is waiting for us. Let's come over to our plants chest. Do we have any dye in here already? No. Mob drops. I know I've got an ink sac. There we go. I need some red dye, which I can get from a red flower. Which, when we combine with that, will give us purple dye. and module, 3 redstone, ink sac, purple dye, redstone chipset gives us our terminus module. What do we need the terminus module for? Well, all of these apiaries are producing one princess and 2 drones every time they finish. We're eventually going to run into a problem with having too many drones. They're going to fall out on the ground, they're going to rot. So instead, we're going to tell them to stockpile themselves in this chest. Terminated items are going to be cultivated drones and unweary drones. Any cultivated or unweary drones that enter the system that have nowhere else to go will now find themselves in this chest. Let's go ahead and get the system running. Put our bees in there. Put these bees in there. Put these bees in there. And we're good to go. This system is going to automatically produce honeycomb and the stringy comb for us, which will then get pumped out by the extractor module, fed through the system into our centrifuge in there. Depending on which item it is, it'll go to one or the other of the centrifuges to get processed, and then it'll have the results extracted out, shipped out once we finish the network up here, and stored for us. I know I had some golden pipes still around here. Apparently I also have an item sync module in there that I forgot about. Grab ourselves a redstone torch and head upstairs. And the easiest place to connect this to is going to be just right off this satellite pipe right here. Put a golden pipe there. Redstone tag it, turn it on. Damn. Come on, cough it up. Give me the glass. Didn't actually register my request for glass, did it? There we go. Alright, there we go. System's complete. It's going to start extracting the stuff out. It's going to send it through our logistics system here. Yeah, we're running into some pretty heavy slowdown here. But once it hits that system, it'll get sped along again. So, not necessarily a terrible thing. But we've now got automated production of bee-related resources. You can see our centrifuge is currently keeping up. It is having a hard time keeping up with the amount of honey drops that are being put into the system though, so I may need to upgrade that to a Mark II extractor. Which means the propolis one's probably going to have a hard time too. I should probably upgrade them both. Buildcraft. There we go. Just so happens I have 2 golden chipsets. Let's get in here and pull out the item sync modules. Now remember that these item sync modules are currently keyed to do something. If you try to upgrade these as is, it's going to crash. Make sure you use them by themselves to clear the item data out of them first. If they're working correctly, they should be able to stack. What am I doing wrong? It's not the item sync modules, it's the extractor modules. I'm an idiot. Sync honeycomb. Give me the extractor. Sync stringy comb. Give me that extractor. Same thing with the extractors though. The extractors have to have their data removed in order to be able to upgrade them, or else you'll crash it. Extract from the side. Extract from the side. We should see it start clearing this stuff out really quick if we give this thing work to do. It's going to pull one item every second now as opposed to one item every 5 seconds. Now our system stopped working out here for the moment because it's nighttime out. These bees aren't nocturnal, so they can't work at night. But we have a way of automating bee production. Yay! While we're at it, let's make this entire episode about bees this time. I've got a couple of other things that I wanted to cover this episode, but it's going to take too long, and I'm not going to have a chance to do it due diligence. So let's go ahead and just make this episode entirely about bees. We'll get to the rest of it either next time or possibly on the live stream. Once again, why am I doing this the hard way? This is what I have a sorting system for. Apparently it doesn't know what to do with wooden planks, though. And definitely doesn't know what to do with pipe wire. Now it does. Alright. Let's grab our beealyzer. While we're at it, let's grab the other bee products that we've managed to collect. And also, while we're at it, let's grab enough resources to upgrade our bee products chest to a diamond chest because it's now doing automatic production. It could possibly fill up now if it's just an iron chest, so let's upgrade that. Since we have a metric ton of diamonds, if we're going to upgrade a chest to gold at this point, we may as well just take it all the way to diamond. Am I right? There we go. Plenty of room for our bee products. Come out here, we'll finish centrifuging all of these other types of comb. We'll throw parched comb in there first. We'll throw the honeycomb in there. And while that runs, I'm low on food again. So let me show you guys something that you can do with all of the hard-earned bee products that you're getting. Well, if you have a ton of wheat, which I just so happen to have a ton of wheat, you can make a ton of bread. And bread is good. It fills about 2.5 hearts of hunger, and that's awesome. But how do you make it even more awesome? By taking honey and putting it around that bread. That's going to give you 4 honeyed slices for every loaf. And honeyed slices are just awesome, because honeyed slices fill way more health, and they're pretty cheap. I want to say a honeyed slice fills almost as much as a cooked pork chop. It's that good. Alright. Another thing you can do with honey is, of course, you can use it in your beealyzer. So let's go ahead and grab the rest of the honey here. Refill our beealyzer. And toss the honey back in there. We probably got some honey shipped to miscellaneous during that little exchange, but while I'm at it, let's go ahead and cook up this stuff too. No point in having the furnace sit idle. Alright, let's check on our bees. I really haven't done a whole lot with these guys, as you might be able to tell by the fact that these are still cultivateds. This one is a cultivated sinister. It has dropped the aggressive on its active. This one is a purebred cultivated that picked up active, so that's a junk bee, and this one's a purebred cultivated that picked up aggressive, so that's a junk bee. So let's put the cultivated back in here. That one did pick up nocturnal though, which is nice. And now let's come over here to where we have our sinisters going and pull them out. This one, I mean, we know what this is. This is purebred sinister all around, because we haven't messed around with these guys yet. These bees, however, are nocturnal and aggressive. So we need to get the hell out of there. Let's throw our sinister in there. Come over here, dump those in, and these bees here, well, that one picked up nocturnal, which isn't necessarily bad. But it's slower worker, short life. I'm thinking it's a junk bee. So let's take these two bees over here and let's throw them out and let them wander off. Since we're trying to be environmentally friendly and not kill the bees. We've got purebred, noble, fast. This one, if I remember right, is the same thing. Should be purebred, noble, fast. Oops, come back here. Collect the comb. This one over here, we got something weird going on. That's a cultivated, short, fast. Cultivated, short, fast cacti on the flower for that one. That one still wants flowers. Creepy music. Cultivated, short, fast. Let's just get this back to a purebred. We got something weird going on here too. We got cultivated, unweary with fast. We got an unweary cultivated that's slower fast. We got a cultivated unweary that's fast slower. Let's combine these two back together and see if we can get the fast to take. And then we've got the majestic line over here, which is majestic, short, and fast, but it's picked up the 4x drone trait, which for breeding, the 4x drone trait is amazing. But once you've got the species that you want, not really that hot. Let's come in here and throw these guys in our bees chest. This is where I've been keeping the bees that aren't purebreds, and I don't know what to do with them. But I'm not quite ready to set them free yet. You can see I've got some cultivated sinisters in there. And let's take the results of our labor and come over here and centrifuge them, starting with this simmering comb. You can see this produced a red wax and a couple of pieces of something called phosphor. Phosphor is interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I'm pulling it out right now because it's almost daytime and the bees out there are going to start producing again, and I wanted to have some place to send the stuff that's extracting. So, because otherwise it may pop out of the system or it may go to my default route, which I don't really want it to do yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw all of the excess comb back in here for now. Let's check our miscellaneous, make sure, yes, we got some honey drops. Oops, and we got the phosphor and the refractory wax going in there. What is refractory wax good for? Well, if you combine 3 like that, you get a refractory capsule. But what good is a refractory capsule? We can already make wax capsules. Why would we need a refractory capsule? Well, that's why. Refractory capsules can hold lava, making lava bees, or lava producing bees like the sinister species, very, very, very nice to have. As you can see, I'm way low on lava cans again. and biogas, and pretty much everything else. But I'm also very low on time. So this has been Nightdagger with Let's Play Modded Minecraft, episode 27. In case you guys hadn't picked up on the little hints I've been dropping this episode, I am planning on doing some live streaming tonight. I'm going to probably start live streaming as soon as this upload is done. So hope you guys will catch me out there on the stream. I'm going to be doing some stuff tonight. Mostly just going to be some reorganization stuff, but I might also build a couple more Greg Tech toys off camera just to show you guys how fun those things can be. So hope you guys will catch me for that. I'll catch you later.